Okay, I'm back. But I like to pick, if I see a new brand, I like to pick it up just because then once I get it home and once I research it, I'll become more familiar with it. So then I'll know next time, yeah, I should pick that up, or no, I shouldn't. So long-winded, that's item number 1. Okay, then item number 2, I'm looking around in the plus section, and this is the craziest thing about this thrift store is that they put the extra large in with the plus size, which I find like mildly offensive, but whatever. Anyways, so I'm looking at the plus size, and I see this, and it's purple snow. So I'm like, oh, that looks like an interesting label. Looks kind of anthropology-ish. And so then I looked underneath it on the materials tag, and it didn't have the RN number for anthropology, but I'm like, I don't know. It still looks pretty cool. Like, it's pretty. So then I looked up purple snow and didn't find, like, that was a hard one to look up. So then I did purple snow shirt, and there was one for $18 and another one for $4. So that didn't sound very promising. And then, yeah, if you look at the solds on Poshmark, there's 8, 12, 12, 50, and 7. But I don't know, it doesn't even, like, one of them is a Life is Good shirt that has to do with the snow and was purple. So when you search, you really have to kind of do a good search. Anyways, I thought, oh, this is cute, and I kind of figured it out. I think these are spaghetti straps, and so it would be like a cold shoulder kind of a thing. But I also thought if I didn't want to sell it, I might actually keep this one. So that happens sometimes. Not a lot, but it would be like a good swim cover-up. And I live in Florida, so it's nice to have like big, loose, flowy things. So looks like a tent, which is what I'm wearing lately. Yeah. So sad. I need to get back to yoga. Anyways, I think I might keep this one. I'll try it on first. And it also looked like it had a few faint stains. But if I'm just getting it for me, I don't mind so much as if I'm getting it for other folks. So I'm going to try that one on. So those are 2 pieces so far. Ta-da. Okay, next is, so then next, I'm in the plus section. It's right next to the dresses. And I had already looked through all of the dresses and found nothing because I went at the end of the day. It was Senior Citizens Day, so everything in the store is pretty much picked over. But I still like to go, when the store is less busy because I still sometimes find awesome things. Because this store puts out things all day. So, oh, I see some pit stains. That's not good. But so the guy comes out with a new rack of dresses, and he's like, you want to have a look? And I'm like, yes, I do. And so this is the first thing I saw, and I just grabbed it. I was like, yes! Diane von Furstenberg. And I was standing in line. I looked, okay, so this was $8.99. And it does have, looks like some pit stains. That's like bleeding of the color in the armpit area. See that? Blah. I don't think that's going to come out. So that's just something I'm going to disclose like crazy in my listing. So there's some wear under there and there's some discoloration. But otherwise, I looked it over pretty carefully. I didn't look at the pits. I should have. That's one. Hems and pits and cuffs and necklines. You should always look at all those things. But it's a wrap dress by Diane von Furstenberg. Yeah, that's a keeper right there. And looks like it was just dry cleaned. I used to leave these dry cleaning tags on, but now I take them off. But it also has, and I've heard about this, but I hadn't seen one before. It has like the hologram. So that's how you can tell that it's not, that it's real. That it's, because I guess this is like a brand that gets counterfeited. So certain brands will have, like the True Religion jeans have a little strip. It's not exactly like this, but it's like shiny. So there's different things that you can look at. you can like look up online how to tell if Diane von Furstenberg dress is fake, and this is one of the things that proves it's real. So, yay! I don't know how much I'll price that at yet, but that's pretty exciting. So that was number 3 thing. And then I checked out the kids section because I found a lot of Matilda Jane dresses at this particular store, but I didn't find any. I've also found Burberry stuff for kids at this same store. But then I looked through the shoe section, and they had this pair of clogs that were, okay, they were like shiny and they just looked pretty cool. So like kind of like that. They're called Sanita Vegan Clogs. And I was like, oh, looks interesting. So I looked them up, but they were $24 in the store, and I thought that I would have to, I didn't think the lady was going to give me half off, and they're selling for like $27, so I was like, oh, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Here's a pair for $44, but there's other pairs for like $10 and blah, 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 and those are in the solds. So yeah, this was the pair I found, and on eBay, these just sold, looks like for, this is the exact pair that I saw. I mean, that's not them, but that was the style. And they looked like they were in really good shape, but yeah, it didn't look like they were hot sellers. So if you know that they are, let me know. I'll go back if they're still there. And then these Ellen Tracy shoes caught my eye, and then they're not in great shape, so there's like yeah, see that there? But they were size 8.5, which is my size, and I was like, oh, I could use another pair of work shoes. And so I, for my day job, you know. So, because this time of year, there's a lot of holiday parties, and I don't have an awesome pair of shoes right now. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep these. They were $12. And they look like they've been worn, but not a lot. I'm going to, like, use a Lysol wipe on the inside, just, although they look pretty clean on the inside, so, and this is from, there was like a little bit, that's for me, I did that. So, yeah, I bought myself a pair of, and they're high, but they're comfortable, which is all I care about. I'm old, so I got those. So 2 things for me, and 2 things for the stores. That's not usually how it goes. But sometimes it's good to do a slower, you know, a shop on a day where, you know, the store's not going to be crowded, because I think that part of this whole thrifting thing is getting to know the cycles of the stores and, like, what you're going to find in different places. Because oddly enough, like, you know, there's certain stores where I'm like, I can always find a Brooks Brothers shirt for men over there. And then, you know, I can always find a Matilda Jane at this other place. I don't know why it works out that way, but it does. So anyways, this was my number 2 haul video for reselling. And I'm real new to this community, so be gentle. I've already gotten a negative comment on my other channel, so I switched the videos. But the comment wasn't just like, oh, don't clog up this channel with something that's unrelated. It was, how can you do that? That seems like, you know, it's bad. And I went through this big long explanation of why I think this is actually a good thing to be doing. But I would love to hear more from that. So I sent a message over to the Reseller Revolution to ask them maybe they could do a show about the positive aspects of this whole thing. Okay, that's all for now. Talk to you later. One more thing. Okay, this is exactly how it went tonight. So I had paid for everything. It was $18.96. And then as I was walking out, this caught my eye, and it was yellow tag. So none of the rest of the stuff I got was half off today. She did give it to me for half off, but I didn't select anything that was half off. So this was $4 and then half off, so it was going to be $2. And I thought it was a different brand than it actually is. So I had a brand that I just sold recently called ETRO. It was a sweater. It was like, I think it's from Europe. And I thought this was the same brand, but I don't think that it is. But it looks festive. It looks like a candy cane, right? So it's December, so it's that time of year. And when I looked this up, I realized, oh, that's not the same brand I was thinking it was. But the comps were good. So I got 14, 44, 34, 34, 34, 32, 34. And these are also sold. So I was like, I'll take a chance on that. But they were closing, and the guy, like the manager of the store, was like, everybody better be in line if you want to, you know, check out, that sort of thing. And so I had already checked out, and they were just really ready to go. So I was like, can I just, I don't, you know, I only have my credit card, so can I just go out to my car and get $2 so I can pay for this shirt? And he was like, you can just have this shirt. So he gave me the shirt for free. Woo-hoo. But it had, it's got 2 little holes, so, oh well. But yeah, I don't know what I'll do with that. We shall see. Anyways, it's got 2 little tiny holes right there. But, you know, gift horse. What can you do? It's a cute shirt. Okay, that is all. Goodbye.